Well, welcome to the Lost Lives Count, where we tell you lives lost in lives lost in horror movies, TV shows, anime, and music videos and beyond. I am your host, William Prouty. I'm thrilled to welcome you back to the channel. Today we're diving into another of my lives lost count of this series. This is Final Destination 3, a standalone sequel to Final Destination 2. This is actually 3 years later from Final Destination. Created by James Wong, who actually created Dead Silence, my previous Lost Lives count, Saw, and the Saw franchise, The Conjuring, and a bunch of other horror movies he directed and written. He also directed Dragon Ball Evolution, okay, this sequel follows Wendy Chastain, a high schooler who actually just graduated, who actually have a premonition about a roller coaster accident involving her and her classmates. But honestly, this is the only Final Destination series without William Bloodworth in it. And they had to navigate against a death plan. But if you're wondering why the thumbnail is like this, stay tuned. I will reveal what actually happens to all of them for my Lost Lives count. So let's find out what happened and jump into the movie. The movie opens with the iconic New Line Cinema logo, a Time Warner company, a hard pictures production, and camera signs up for, and they feature some of the carnival's fear and the fortune teller to bring us to the title card. To bring us to the fortune teller's booth, to the title card. This amusement park is the key to the movie. Showcase the carnival meeting all the cast playing the roles. Okay. For starters, Wendy Chastain is played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who actually played a young Emily Borden in the unrated version of Ring 2. Heather Fitzgerald in Black Christmas 2006. Lee Montgomery in Death Proof. Dr. Kate Lloyd in the 2011 prequel of The Thing. Mary Todd Lincoln in Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Played the role of Kevin Fisher is Ryan Merriman, who also played Deckard in Halloween Resurrection. He also played Jake Pierce in Ring 2. And play Kyle in Attack of the 50-Foot Cheerleader. Ian McKinley, who is portrayed by Chris Mitchine, who is his roles he plays Sam in Ginger Snaps, Rex in My Little Eye, Marcus in Time, Jonathan Keem in the Frankenstein Theory, Alex Tony in The Watching, Erin Kern in Alex Johnson, who also known for her role as Kelly in House of the Bodies. She also does music, and also she was Aaron was actually going to be played by Ashley Tisdale. Frankie Cheeks is portrayed by Sam Easton, who plays in Butterfly Thea Pledge. Jason Wise is played by Jess Ross, who also played Jason in Ginger Snaps. Matthew Hendricks in The Uninvited. Chad in my previous Lives Lost Cal. Chad in Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Patrick in 13 Eerie. And the Australian in gang leader in Wolf Cop, and Jack in Stillborn. Lewis is played by Texas Battle, which is a nice guy. He actually played Romeo, which is a real jerk in this, but he actually played Jake Washington, who actually is a real kind guy in Wrong Turn to Dead End. Julia he is played by Amanda Crude, who actually is something wrong with the children. And Elia Herta in Something Wrong with the Children, and Wendy in Haunted in Connecticut. All of them are actually graduating, and they all graduate. Cassie want to break up. Cassie want to break up with her boyfriend Kevin. Ashley and Ashlyn are nearby, while Frankie is be a pervert. He's not a senior anymore. He graduated 2 years. They go on the devil flight, which it was actually created the thing was actually created under a day or two, and it was voiced by Tony Todd. Now, Aaron is makes a witness unfold. Honestly, Frank and the visions of the coaster start to malfunction. Okay, this what actually happened. Ashlyn, the ones in front, Ashlyn, Frankie, and Ashlyn, and Frankie got thrown out and killed first. Actually, Jason, Ashlyn, and Frankie got killed first, thrown out of the seats. Then Aaron and got killed next. Then the last two were Kevin, who actually got sliced in half, and Wendy, who actually got, and it cut to black, and Wendy actually panic and tell that everything. Lewis and Kevin start to fight, and everybody come out at 72 seconds. Jason, Carrie, Jill, Marcus, Ellie, Scott, and Bob got killed when the roller coaster crashed. They're all gone now, and they have a memorial to honor them. And honestly, they actually have a. They actually did step off and require. And honestly, they had. And Kevin reassured her that you're not alone, and reference to Alex Brown and of what actually happened. Leaving tragic and honestly seeking the help and the Bowery run. Honestly, it cut back to Julie saying don't touch her bracelet that her that grandma gave it to her in her will. Her camera battery run low, and she actually realized that her camera can show the pictures show the deaths. Suddenly, the lights start to flicker. Time to hit the tan beds. Because honestly, what actually happened is Ashley and Ashlyn brought her drink in, and it actually malfunctioned, and it started to burn them alive, and they tried to get out, but they got trapped under. So, at 1 minute and 06 seconds, they were trapped. They got burnt alive inside of it transitioned from death to coffin. Ian can't look away. Frankie guilt believe it was his fault. Kevin. Honestly, Romeo said if his funeral, he want Kevin to bring him a PSP. He want Wendy is longing to stay with Jason Grave. Meanwhile, the emotions Jason voice of her. They well, to tell you the truth, that Wendy say that Jason voice say that before the ride that fear have those sense of control, and the sudden death that say the flight of 180 crash. The image of revealed the tragic death edge of death collapse. She haven't eaten, so they actually did know that they were right behind Frankie. Okay, they actually know that Frankie was right behind Frankie was right behind Ashlyn. So they actually chatted of Wyatt said they actually talk about SpongeBob. And chaos ensued because a truck come near and at 1 minute and 81 seconds, Frankie Cheetah got his head shredded by a truck fan. Frankie is dead, a grim reality of his lifeless body. And Wendy urged to find Kevin in urge was about to ask Carrie to marry. Kevin was about to ask Carrie to marry him, but the hot image realized that Romeo is next in line for the apparent death. But Romeo dismissed it. Their fears refused. He refused to believe them. Romeo, honestly, his true nature. Honestly, Texas actually does play a good guy in he does play a nice character in Wrong Turn 2, not Final Destination 3. He's a total hothead. Who does it? He actually talked trash about Wendy that say he actually have a second round Wilson and say fucking Bruton. Fuck Bruton. He groats. Revealed that escape hit hard and 99 seconds. Lewis meet his grim face. His head crushed between the two weights. Well, a reminder that their celebrating his far too prematurely. His Wendy is consumed by his guilt, convinced that she responsible for the death list and responsible that she honestly should go to the next ones in line, Ian and Aaron. Ian is loading a nail gun and driving a forklift. Honestly, they actually have to have special permission to in this movie to drive a forklift in this movie. Wendy escalate as she confides in Aaron about everything that inspire in Mensa that Ian sit behind and tension in the air. Honestly, they insist that there no death linger. Honestly, the boxes were actually stacking up, and honestly, Ian slip and and the forklift tumbles, and honestly, actually at the moment, execute the ultimate plan because of outlet cells. But Death actually do it, but Wendy and Kevin save Ian, but in just 4 minutes and 95 seconds, Aaron Alma, just a gruesome fate, repeatedly shot through the head by a nail gun. Now, she resembles something out of a horror film like Penguin. Ian is upset, and the police resemble believe they were responsible. No proof. Kevin with a hug. Honestly, she actually wondered what they're behind. It's her sister Julie. Kevin it's actually confirmed it's her. Julie warns Wendy wants him face a haze. It might be the fireworks display. The radio acted oddly weird. It's Ian. Someone is driving town, celebrating 50 years of McKinley on Tri-County Day. Wendy arrived at 50 anniversary, celebrating McKinley, where police alert. Cannibals are actually roll to knock over the stand, and honestly, one crucial rule: don't light fireworks near animals that are sensitive. Honestly, what actually happened is somebody would light fireworks near a horse, and they actually almost. In a shock and turn events, Julie is struck down at 68 seconds. Perry Morowski meet her grim fate, impaled by a flag pole. She really got flagged down. Oh my, she got saved by a planned death. Next, we see Ian. It's Ian McKinley. She responsible for Wendy's demise. He confronted her paranoia. No, it's over. He declared the clock and ticket. At 1 minute 48, at the shock and twist event, Ian McKinley meet his and crushed by the cherry picker. Fun fact, that scene was all filmed in green screen. It was 5 months later, and honestly, the same song played to Julie in Flight 180, and she was trying to get off, but she actually see Julie on the board, and And you're going to stop now. And honestly, Kevin, Julia declares it's over. At 1 minute 11, 1 hour 11:04, Kevin Fisher got crushed by the train wall. Laura got crushed by the train. Killed by. Julia got torn apart by the train wheel. Laura got killed by the train crash. And at 8:03 seconds, and Wendy still alive, her leg broken. At 8:03 seconds, the children vision Wendy Chastain is ran over and cut out tears. And the scene ends with the grim, design that facing their demise based on death design. How many lives lost in Final Destination 3? Let's find out and get to the numbers. A glamorous. With a runtime of 93 minutes, we witness a life lost every hour at 1.33 minutes. With the great acts of execution, the award for coolest death goes to Ashley Ashland, who actually both fiery and a 10 Beth. The would-be axe reward goes to subway passers at Tandem. Honestly, it's only occurred in a vision. And that's it. This all really set to Final Destination 3 that is released 3 years. And we didn't see the Final Destination until 3 years later. I am your host, William Prowley. This has been the Lost Lives Count. I will tackle that soon. Have a good day.